It always works so well when you turn on the wrong microphone. Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for April the 19th, 2022. I am Mom. I am all by myself for the moment. Hopefully folks will join us in the not too distant future. We're going to be leveling ships today, and so I was just heading back over here to Earth Space Dock to see if I have any ships that need to be leveled. Of course I do. Because I have so flippin' many ships, I haven't even unboxed half of them. I've got ships I haven't bought yet, which sounds really weird. That's because I bought multiple freebies and stuff and discounted things. And, you know, you get in love with the ship and you just don't want to switch it. And I've got the USS We Made Mom Cry, which is definitely my ultimate ship. The ultimate ship for the ultimate person who likes to pretend that they're the mom. But you've all got your own moms, I hope. Oh, I do have a new ship here. Hey, that works out great. And what have I got on there? I've got disruptors. Do I have anything else on there? I got enough stuff on there for the moment. Let's see. That's a little obvious. Let's smooch that down there. Good. All right, let me jump into Discord. I just realized I'm not in Discord. Oops. And now I'm in Discord if anybody wants to join us. Ooh. All right, Dante has a long thing typed up there, which I will go and read later. So let's see, what have I got here? I have got the garaku, a bird of prey. Let's see what else is sitting in my inventory of unopenedness. Unopenacity. I've got junk. Well, that's one thing I've definitely got there. Thank you. We'll get rid of that. Arisian. Oh, so I've got all the winter event ships. I've got a Mir Gagarin. I've got a Tier 5 Lucari Nakam. I wonder why I have that. Wow, I have got a crud load of event ships I've never opened up. Heh! Who'd have thunk? So giving you the update on Duffy, though I realize I'm still the only person here. I've reached out to a friend of the family who really doesn't know anything but put us in touch with somebody who we don't know who it is, but maybe is a family member. And if we can't reach out to them, I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with all this awesome stuff that Kel and Thomas gave us to help out Duffy's family. And no, I'm not going to sell it, not for personal gain, because that's exactly how you get in trouble. And also, they did it to try and help. So I'm trying to think, what would be a good use for money that we might raise if we can't give it to Duffy? Something to think about. I mean, it's not like we need Star Trek Online scholarships, though. That would be way cool. Hang on a second here. Oh, just sales pitches. You know, my phone goes off at weird hours, and I'm thinking, it must be work. Must be an emergency at work. Oh, no, it's not. Hang on. This might be an answer to what I was just talking about. Bear with me for just a moment, because I never use Facebook. There we go.
Good evening.
Good evening. Wow, Duffy's family doesn't need anything from us. Okay, I just got that from the family. So now, the big quandary is, what the heck am I going to do with all this stuff that the nice people Cryptic gave us? I think I will bounce this back off of them and let them know what's going on, so if they want us to do something, we don't...
That seems reasonable.
Yeah. It's kind of nice that, family and all that was okay, despite, what Duffy had told us about health issues and being broken, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Let me just respond to it real quick here. will see if that does anything. But I will bounce that back off of Kel and the person I have over there. So hi, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm warm. It was like 30 degrees this morning. It's now 47, and they're expecting it to be in the 70s by Friday and 80s over the weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We had snow on Monday. WTF with this weather. It is just...
My mother grew up in Wyoming, and her birthday is in the middle of May.
Mm-hmm.
And one time it snowed on her birthday.
I believe that. Depending a lot on the elevation, but also it's a heck of a lot norther. And this far south, I haven't seen snow in May, but I've had many an Easter with a blizzard. One of my favorite stories is I was supposed to fly out to visit friends in New York for Easter and see plays over the weekend, and I was on the way to the airport when a blizzard decided it was going to suck in O'Hare and everything in between O'Hare and New York, and they're like, yeah, we can get you there in a couple of days. That doesn't help me. That does not help me. Oh, well, can you give me 1 second? I'm just going to grab some water. It's right over there. I'll be right back. I decided it'd be a great night to have shawarma, forgetting that shawarma is like 80% salt.
Oh, yeah.
It's delicious, but very salty food.
Good shawarma is usually hard to come by for me.
This used to be great shawarma. It's gone down to meh. It's okay shawarma.
Good evening, GSQ. How are you?
Oh, is GSQ here? Sorry, I didn't have that. There we are. Hi, GSQ. It's me and the awesome Alpha here. So you said you're planning to go to Vegas, correct? Or well, you're planning to go to the convention in Vegas, more accurately.
Correct.
Yes. A little bit of Coles to Newcastle there. I've got the booth figured out and how to do it on a budget and have it look really cool. So now the question is, do we get one booth? Or do we get two booths and, kind of take up some space?
Well, I suppose. Well, really, the biggest downside to it is probably cost.
It's always cost.
Well, yeah, but no need to state the obvious on my part, of course. But what did you have in mind mainly for two versus just the one?
Well, I was thinking of doing the Bridge of the Riscava. And have this slowly being a work in progress, building it up and up. Hi, Swear, how are you doing? So if we did, instead of, 10 foot by 10 foot, it would be 20 feet by 10 feet. So we could do a bigger backdrop. Still, I think we'd stick with 2 stations to play and 1 for the central display. But then, as we are able to purchase additional pieces of equipment, just have it be, taking up more space and, promoting the heck out of the game.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Cryptic would be at this one because it's not an official convention. It's an unofficial convention. That's what they need. They need the events team. They need some people who shall remain nameless, going out there to these weekend conventions with kind of like a mobile unit, one that would fit in a car easily, and maybe a couple laptops, a PC, couple monitors, little this, little that, promoting the heck out of the game for peanuts.
Yeah. Depending on let's see, what's the best how should I phrase this? Would it make sense to do one booth to start with as a proof of concept, and then expand into perhaps a second booth if it's figured that it's just too small of a space, or do we think it might be too small of a space with all of the equipment set up in the bridge
Well, you've
facsimile?
seen what a 10 by 10 booth looks like, right?
Yeah.
So when we did it with 4 terminals in there and a central unit, that gets really tight. With 2, it's a little bit easier, but it's not going to look like the bridge. It'll look like the bridge of a shuttlecraft is what that'll look like. So if we're going to stay with 10 by 10, maybe we do the bridge of a shuttlecraft.
That's a valid.
It's a reasonable idea, right? Maybe we do the, do a shuttlecraft bridge. But yeah, if we're going to do the Riscava, because the thing about the Riscava is it's big and open and it has terrariums and, space.
The final frontier.
But being practical, you're probably right. It would probably be better to do something small and then see if we're going to step it up for Seattle for next year. Let's see. GSQ says, doing well. You too had a pretty good day today. Swear says, hi. One booth to rule them all. Exactly, Swear. If I may, I would love to join you all on whatever it is you are doing. I'm on my new Gemmy. Excellent. I was thinking we could level up some ships today if people would like to do some ship leveling.
I like the idea.
Yeah, I was looking at all the ships I have never leveled. And Ed and I can power through leveling them. So if we have a couple of big ships and a couple of ships to be leveled, we'll go out and run some missions. And Swear can level up his new recruit while we're doing it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, many functions. Yeah, we can do this as a team. So, yeah, we can talk about Vegas if you think we could do a shuttle. It'll be me and DT and probably you. I don't think Mr. Dave will be able to join us this year.
Mm.
And I don't think Board King will be able to join us this year. Maybe. Maybe we can drive up and grab him, throw him in the car and drag him back down.
He's in, did he say he was in Cedar or St. George?
St. George. Just north of St. George.
That's not far at all. That's just a couple-hour drive.
Yeah, we drove up to meet him last year. So we can easily go and get him. It had occurred to me for Seattle, though, if we did the Riscava, even if we do a small version of the Riscava for Vegas, we leave it at DT's house, and then when it's time to go to Seattle at the end of next May? End of next May? It's more than a year away. Drive in or fly into Arizona, go pick up DT, rent a car, and then spend 2 days driving up to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It'd certainly be more fun than trying to put everything on an airplane, though. Yeah, for the Riscava, it would definitely not fit on an airplane.
Yeah.
Oh, Swear, we can just, run your new recruit on this. It's fine. We can do a team here. Actually, let me go grab a beefier tune so we can do this. Since if we're going to do it, somebody's got to have a little bit of firepower, so everybody else doesn't have to. Good evening, Jennifer. Jenniviere. Hi, how are you doing? All right, so who are you on, Alpha?
I am on Garrett.
All right, Garrett. And have you got yourself your new ship?
I do. I have a few of them lined up. I just need to finish transferring consoles and that sort of
Okay, well, why don't you take care of that, and I'll get some people teamed up here. Swear, are you in? I don't see you. Yeah, Swear, jump onto whoever you want to level up. It works for me. Grab your gem escort then. Elon at CDN section 31. I don't know who that is. Or is that your new Toonswear? That's you. Hi. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to assume some rando stranger wanted to jump in. I do like it when we've got a team going in to do something and four of us have agreed on what we're doing, which might be we're going in to do one night in Bozeman wearing nothing but bear skins and hand axes, and the fifth person's there going, oh, what the... When we did Operation Wolf and we were all transmorphed into the little animals by Q and ran the first 5 minutes of that as, Salot, cubs, and spiders. And I think that poor fifth person was just trying to figure out what he's walked into. Ooh, Renaissance fairs.
Into awesomeness.
Yes. Where is there a Renaissance fair at this time of year, pray tell? We don't usually get ours until July. Texas, okay. Yes. Because you guys don't have snow. But the snow's gone. It's 47 degrees. It'll be 80 by the weekend here, which is great because I'm actually staying in Indy this weekend. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I was going to check my bike. Okay. After we're done here, I'm going to check my bike. Well, there's four of us. Yeah, I spent my money on a really nice Renaissance fair gown this year. I should go bug my husband. Hi, Mar Hawkman. Has it gotten warm enough for the fruit trees to flower? If you're talking about Indiana, sadly, yes. All the fruit trees are flowering, which then snowing becomes kind of not the best. But they're still flowering. I have a crabapple tree right in front of my apartment, which is doing the beautiful flowers. And in about 2 days, all the flowers will be stuck on my car. And then my car will look horrible as I try and peel off the drying, sticky flowers from... So I parked on the street so somebody else can get hit with that this year. Don't always have to get it. Exactly. Yeah, my peach trees have had a bad time the past couple of years. Though I tend to grow southern peaches, which tend to put up their flowers a little bit later than northern ones. For a long time, I used Hales and Havens, which are great northern peaches, but first warm day they set up their flowers, and then one, you don't get fruit every time, or two, you're right, that you get little fruit. And then it falls to the ground when I go out to pick it in the end of September, and I step on a semi-rotted peach, which has got bees in it, and I'm allergic to bees, so that makes for a really fun couple of days. And no, don't tell me I should wear shoes when I go outside. That's not going to happen. All right, we've got 4 people here. Are you guys ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
Well, they rot because they fall off the trees at the end of September. It's the end of the season, and as soon as they get ripe, they drop because that's how they propagate. All right, so what are we going to do? We need to do patrols to make this happen. I'm going to say let's start with Wanted Argala, and we're going to run this on Elite. So it's going to take a little bit longer, but for leveling a ship, this will probably level a ship in one go. You know, what the heck do you do with that many peaches? I had these beautiful southern white flesh peaches, and I'd have a basket, bushel basket filled, and there's only so fast you can make all that jelly and jam. Let's launch for Wanted Argala. So just make sure, Galaxy Star Queen, you need to go to your patrols, scroll down to Wanted Argala, and you have to launch yourself. This isn't like a TFO. Huh. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to try it out. Now, my pears, on the other hand, rot because they get this virus, which is very bad for pears. So, Alpha and Galaxy Star Queen, you both need to launch the patrol for Wanted Argala.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
All right.
So,
We'll wait till everyone's here to launch. Or to start going.
that's good enough for this one.
Oh, good. So, if you want, you can kind of just stay back and not take the massive amounts of damage. Just go pew 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 pew. I helped. I helped. All right, so Talia says, I went to the zoo today and I saw a baguette in a cage. The zookeeper told me it was bred in captivity.
Oh dear.
Yes. We're not going to forgive you for that one, Satalia. That was bad.
Was terrible.
Well, was it at least active? I'd hate to think that it was loafing around.
Oh.
What's the green glowy ship? The green glowy ship. Well, if you're watching the game, it would be me. And it's not that my ship is green and glowy. This is a, what is this ship? This is a Legendary Command Dreadnought. But it's got some shields running on it. So some of the effects that you see in the game are shields that surround you. Sometimes the weird little lights are beams coming out, like the red ones going out the front are my beams. The red lights are my shields on this particular one. All of them have different colors just to make life fun. That big green glowy marble that I just put out is a big shield. Because this ship is set up to take a lot of damage so that everybody else can go do something else and not get hurt as much. i.e. it's tanking.
Ooh, that was 100k crit.
Well, that's nice. I've learned to kind of just let the numbers go by without paying attention to them.
Yeah, usually I don't pay attention, but occasionally something like that catches my eye. It's like, oh my goodness, that was so awesome.
So, Jen, the numbers that are flying by are showing you the amount of damage you're taking and the amount of damage you're dealing. And no, you don't have to track it. But you can see if it says critical, that's giving you one way of calculating damage, so to speak. It's not really, but without getting into the math too much. There's critical damage and critical severity, correct?
Mm-hmm. It's critical chance and critical severity.
Thank you.
Yes.
And one of my projects for this weekend is to set up both of my monitors so they're facing the same way and I can talk to people while doing this. Because right now, the monitor with all of the dialogue is over there. And the monitor with all the shooty is over here. Where are we at here? We're at 3 of 5. Okay.
People,
Hello.
Good evening.
I swear I still exist.
Clearly.
So, I mean, for anybody that isn't appreciative of that, I'm just saying.
I sent you some information on Discord earlier.
Yes, and
Okay.
I got it, and I responded to it. I don't have an opportunity to respond to that at the moment.
Okay. Well, that would just be the person you'd need to go talk to.
Yes, I do appreciate it.
Okay. And she said if she's not the right person, she will figure it out after she figures out exactly what you need.
Okay. Yeah, I have to be in a position to actually write that email. It's
Right.
not a simple, like, hey, how you doing thing. How is everybody doing?
Oh, doing good tonight.
Not too bad.
We're doing some leveling today. So we're doing Wanted Argala Elite at the moment.
Okay. I was dealing with something rather significant over the last week.
Yes.
I was concerned that that I might get arrested.
Ooh, why?
Because when you operate a securities business and you don't pay a particular fee, they can have you guilty of a third-class level. What is it called? Third-class felony.
Hey, have you paid your fee then?
Well, I didn't know how.
Oh.
So that was the problem. I mean, they don't exactly explicitly tell you how you're supposed to do it. It just said you need to pay, and several times before it happens, they send you all of these grifters that show up out of nowhere, quote unquote nowhere, that are telling you, "Well, use our service, we'll take care of it for you."
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm not stupid, so I'm going to figure it out on my own. And it turns out that it's hidden in the back of an official website, and the only reason it's there is because they have to put it there. But that's what these companies are using in order to, facilitate these things. And why? I mean, I understand to a certain extent why they're doing it this way. But it would make more sense to just be honest about the whole thing. They could make more money. Everybody everybody across the board would be happier. But evidently, I'm not underhanded enough to understand it. Damn me and my ethics.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all your fault.
But it was so strange. I finally got the whole thing taken care of, and the person from the office called me up about 20 minutes later and says, "We noticed that you didn't go through the people that we suggested." I just didn't see a reason to go through the people you suggested. And he says there's no law saying I have to use them. There's nothing even coming close to suggesting that they're going to have more information than I do simply doing the work. And she said, well, it's not a law, but it's a good thing if you go that direction.
Because?
And I told him flat out, it's like, this is sounding a lot like intimidation. And he didn't find that nearly as appealing as maybe that was his intention. But yeah, Florida we are heading very quickly to a fashion state. And I'm not being facetious. It's just getting worse, and nobody's doing anything about it. But yeah, I mean, they already know what the next election is going to be next year. At the end of this year, they already know. I mean, they're already doing organizations for the next district lines in 2030. These people are shameless. It's just, I don't know how a person can feel that confident in their deception that they don't even hide it. But rant's over. I apologize. It's just, holy cow. I don't like dealing with the government down here. They're just stupid people. And I thought you had to have some level of intelligence to get hired. But
Oh, no. No. All right, let me catch up on notes here. Sorry about that, folks. I promise I'll fix a lot of this stuff this weekend. Let's see.
I'm sorry for having confidence in my government. It will never happen again.
Let's see. It looks like Green Ghost ship being half transparent was like Klingon ship shape before you started fighting. I don't think I've got a Klingon ship coming out. Oh, it was Swear's cloaked ship.
What?
I'm just following up on conversations that were going on while we were doing that patrol. So as Mar Hawkman says, Jen, it's more pattern analysis than reading in the traditional sense. Can you read that fast? Some people can, yes. I can read it that fast, but I can't process it that fast, so there's a world of difference in those two. I'm trying to find the ship on Google, and I'm getting Romulans have bird ships and Klingons have bird ships. Yes. Yes, they do.
Bird ships?
Yeah, birds of prey. So the Klingons have birds of prey. I do believe, am I running one? No, I'm not running one on this tune. Let me switch columns here just for a moment. We'll reteam when we get back. So, Kethma, for example. Excuse me. It's all that shawarma. Shawarma.
I think you're addicted to shawarma.
I love shawarma.
You asked me like 4 times when I was up there to go eat shawarma.
Yep, because I like shawarma. Okay, so this is one of the birds of prey. But as you'll notice, it's not particularly bird-like. I'm going to run down here.
I don't see a bird of prey.
Oh, just
Misrepresentation.
I've got the actual bird of prey as my ship, but I'm going to run down here to the ship vendor and see what we've got here for birds other ships that you can see. Man ship.
Birds.
Alrighty, let's go over here, and here's 6. And let's see what we've got here. No. Okay, so do we have anything?
Really? I am 4 points, 4 engineering points from rank 4 in engineering. That just annoys me.
See, that's not a good example here. So there are warbirds here, which tend to be Romulan ships, called warbirds versus birds of prey. So you see a little bit more of the birdish look to it.
It looks like a pigeon.
Oh, yeah, but still a bird, though.
I'd struggle to call pigeons birds. They're rats with wings.
But then you've also got some of the Romulan ships that really look like birds of prey. The Morrigu being one of them.
Oh, Does anybody want to do? No, I don't want to do simply.
So there's a bird of prey, and on a lot of them, the underbellies actually have what look to be like feathers painted on them. So Romulan ships look more bird-like, hence warbirds. Klingons are called birds of prey, raptors, things like that, but aren't necessarily looking like birds. Let's see. Anaximenes of Miletus.
What?
I never say that name right. Anaximenes. Miletus. Yes.
What are you talking about?
The chat. People are talking.
Ow.
And as to the color of ships, you can sometimes change that. Where's the ship person? Customize ships. So here's my bird of prey that I'm currently flying on, which doesn't look particularly bird-like. I mean, it's got a bit of it. You can see the wing-like design of the understructure there, but generally birds do not look like that.
I don't know. I've seen like vultures and stuff when they're eating will sit like that.
A little bit, yeah, but not a lot. But then you can go through and change colors on a lot of parts of different ships. Some you can do the whole body. Some you just do bits and pieces of it.
The pattern is what really causes the color changes.
And there's all kinds of different patterns.
I was not paying attention.
Oh?
I lost 4 seconds.
Don't lose time. But yes, I have had ships that are a hot mess of colors, like neon purple and green and pink and blue, and yeah, why not? But decorating your ship is a huge part of the game. Oh, that's a good thing to do there. Back. Game, come back.
Barbie.
Space Barbies. Yeah, it really is. There we go.
Grab as many as blah, blah, blah. This is a really annoying thing.
Annex. Thank you, Annex. That's so much easier.
Engines.
GSQ, nobody cares about spelling here. I mean, I care about spelling when I do it wrong, but it doesn't really matter.
When I do it wrong, Mom is very particular about
it. Yeah, but only sometimes.
It doesn't matter. I'm thinking there's some, suspect stuff there.
It drives me nuts when I misspell stuff, so it's even.
Running.
Yeah, I agree, Marhawkman. Grab as many parts as you can. Once in a while, a part will fall out of the bunch, and I'll pick it up, but it doesn't matter. I can't upgrade that. It's just an extra piece of equipment for me to carry.
Wait, you keep this stuff?
I take it back up to the bench, and I put it down, and then I go, fight the spiders or put out the flowers. But from where are all the parts that you can grab? I can never find them.
I have a feeling it's the implementation was.
No, you think? In Star Trek Online, they missed something?
Bleh. So I'm doing a new playthrough of Cyberpunk 2077 after they released the newest update.
Okay.
And maybe I had an incredible luck in the release version, but there's more glitches now than there were then. Not to say that most people are going to experience that. I'm just saying that my experience and some of the stuff that I normally do, there are changes to the game that make it significantly better than it was. But still, it still is not perfect. Of course, there isn't a game out there that is. I mean, freaking, I was watching somebody do No Man's Sky yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And No Man's Sky has been out for almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And holy crap, there's some weird errors with it.
Oh, yeah. Going off topic here. So for those of you who were just leveling, how did you do with that?
I got this ship's mastery to just shy of tier.
The last word dropped out.
Tier 4.
Tier. That's it?
Yep.
I'm bummed. Should have been better. Oh, that's right. We're not on a XP weekend. It makes a difference. It really makes a difference.
Which is not cool enough. That's all there is to it.
Okay, so we have to do another one.
I gotta work harder. That's all there is.
Well, it's a team effort. Hey, there's a lot of folks out there, so if anybody else wants to join. Okay, GSQ got hers done. Oh, so Jennifer, almost every weekend, something happens. It could be a weekend where from Thursday to Sunday or Thursday to Monday morning, dilithium has an increased rate. So instead of getting 1,000 dilithium for doing a project, you get an extra 50%, so 1,500, which is nice. Sometimes,
squint your eyes just right, you can see the portal to Narnia show up.
yes. Sometimes it's extra XP, which is experience points. It takes a certain amount of experience to bring a ship up from one level to the next, or to bring a character up from one level to the next. And do I have an XP bar going on here? I do not. So I've got mine edited, so usually you'll see that running around the top of the screen of where your XP is and where the next level is. What else have we got for weekends? We've got XP, we've got upgrade weekends. So on some weekends, upgrading a ship or a weapon or a whatever has an extra bonus. Some weekends are dedicated to events. Like, for some reason, I swear they said there was a Red Alert weekend this weekend.
I think it's coming. I think it's going to be a 2-week Red Alert, and I think it's coming next week, or maybe later this week. It's going to be whenever First Contact runs out.
Who's raiding us? We're getting raided by somebody. Ooh, Celestial Voyager. We've got a Celestia and a Celestial Voyager. Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome aboard. Ooh, that sounded like a follow. Thanks. Hi, Mr. Guy. How are you doing? And WilPanda is now following us. Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Pew, 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 pew. Lovely to see you all. I hope you're having a good day. I am actually having a much better day today than I was earlier. Hi, Ray. How are you doing? Ray, who I kept thinking was Rayo Flight, who's actually Ray of Light. Duh. But, you know, hey, I'm a little slow on the uptake some days. So every weekend, almost every weekend, is something. It used to be an exception. We'd have a dilithium weekend, and it would be so rare that we had a weekend event like every 6 weeks or every 8 weeks that I would ditch work on occasion on Friday just so I could sit there and have more. But now it's become a regular thing. There's something every weekend. Now when they do dilithium, it tends to be dilithium weeks as opposed to lithium weekends, which is very nice. So, the reason we like dilithium, aside from the fact that it's very canonical, is dilithium is a means of exchange in the game, especially within the fleet. So if we want to help our fleet out, we need to give the fleet projects some dilithium. Or if we want to help out somebody else's fleet, we have to give them some dilithium. So it's a medium of exchange. The problem is you get ore. And you can have a huge amount of ore, but you can only refine Between 8,000 and 8,500.
That's the first time
8,500.
ever that I've won.
What'd you win?
The
Yeah, congratulations.
I won by 8 meters.
Yay, but you still won.
I did. I didn't get anything more out of it, but I won. That's the important thing.
Yes, it is.
Ow.
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank you very much.
Voth ships. Where can I kill Voth ships?
Well, easiest one, Aftermath.
But
Aftermath the patrol.
Aftermath.
Yes, it's 30 Voth ships. How many do you need to kill?
30.
Well, there you go. Just don't miss any.
Excuse me, I apologize.
Gesundheit. All right, we're going to go again, leveling up some ships. So if you need to go grab a clean ship and level that one, for those of you who are like me and have oodles of ships you've never actually used. Yes, I see you guys down there. Don't worry.
I do have one that I haven't maxed out.
Well, go grab it. Let's go have some fun.
Hey, Beam Survivors.
I have a few minutes in this queue, and I'll be out.
Okay. Well, do what you need to do. We won't start without you.
Don't wait on me. I'm not that important.
Yeah.
I don't play very good.
Everybody's that important, and the only way you get to play that good is to play more. So there. And we get room for
100,000 damage. Yay!
We have room for 2 more people.
Well, I'm killing the 30 Voth because you told me.
Okay.
I just pulled the timer up. I got like 7. Yeah, y'all go ahead.
Okay, well,
I'll wait for you.
Well, we're still going to wait until we get a few more people here. I mean, if we're
Do
gonna...
what I was told.
Yep, that's fine.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad at you.
Jeez, don't
Damn
sound
it.
married there, dude.
I'm not mad.
Thank you. Organic trash? How dare you say that to me?
Okay, no problem, Mr. Guy. You do you. No worries here. So, giving everybody the update, we finally got in touch with a member of Duffy's family. Since we have a lot of stuff that we were hoping to be able to raffle or auction off to raise funds, because last we had talked to Duffy, he was concerned about financials, his own medical bills. He had been out of a job for a while, and his father was in the hospital. According to the family that I spoke to today, just as we had started the show, they don't believe that our assistance will be needed.
It's nice that he has that kind of background. I'm sorry that's necessary, but it's nice he has some people that care about him.
Yeah. So that leaves us in the interesting quandary of what the heck are we going to do with all this stuff that we've got? So I'm going to get back in touch with Cryptic, because I am not going to auction this stuff off if we don't have a good use for it. I will follow their guidance and give away stuff instead. Speaking of giving away stuff, give me 1 sec.
Yeah, I can count to 30 and only 11 ships.
I have here in my grubby little paws bridge officer codes for a Kira, a Bashir, and a Lita from Mission Chicago, and I am willing to give this away because that's the kind of awesome person I am. I still have about 75 of these codes left, or maybe even a little bit more. We owed some to people who'd helped us out. Let me grab a pen and some paper and we can do this.
I'm not allowed because I already have them all.
I don't even know what we're talking about, so I'm in an even more advantageous position, sir.
What it is that if you went to the con, you got a a code that would give you 3 holographic officers.
What was that?
And a title. And you also get the Elite Federation pack. And that's basically what we're trying. We have a whole bunch of those. So anybody that wants to start a new character, this is the best thing you can really do because it gives you all sorts of experience and more space in your inventory and things of that nature. So it's a pretty good deal.
It is indeed, especially since it's free for you. So the reason we have so many, Jen, is because when we spent last weekend in Chicago, we went to the Star Trek convention, and we have a booth, which is a huge financial commitment from our fleet to represent the game and be there and support the game. We don't get paid for it. We don't get any financial support from anybody. This is what we do. As a thank you, Cryptic sometimes gives us things that they'd like us to hand out and give away. And this is one of them. So, if you would like to have a command code for Kira, Bashir, and Lita, we're going to give one away right now. Your job is to pick a number between 1 and 100.
1 and 100.
Between 1 and 100. It's all three, and you have to pick a number between 1 and 100. I assume that's you, Rob. Yeah, we got a huge stack of them. There's probably actually more than 75 left. I'm just taking a guess at it. So far, Rob's winning with number 49. If anybody else would like it, all I need is a number. Swear has selected 75. Shadow is 48.
There are 23 of them dead. Yeah, I didn't. That was 23, not 30.
There are 30 there. The problem is you have to get them before other people get them. So high DPS helps. But you can still go pick them up. I remember that section I showed yesterday in the map where you can just go sit there and pick off the name ships.
But I don't want to go to the thing for just 7 ships. That's just a lot of time investment.
Well, it's the only way you're going to do it. Okay, Galaxy Star Queen says, I have a question. I don't know if you know the reply to this before I involve myself to this code thing. I can't use Epic Game Store, and codes are different for Epic. Can you use them on Epic? Well, you have to use...
Launcher is pretty universal, so it doesn't matter which service you use
or
which vendor you use.
You have to have an ARC account to cash in the codes.
I've always redeemed my codes through ARC.
Yeah.
There is a way you can do it on the STO website without having to download and install the ARC launcher, but you do need to sign in with your ARC account in order to do it.
So, yeah, you absolutely have to have ARC. I don't see that there's a way around it.
Perfect world.
Yes.
They control everything.
Yes, they do.
Did you get a chance to see that documentary I suggested?
Which one?
Called The Perfect World. And it's about the vendor of all these games.
No.
I don't know if it's a vendor, but I mean the one that showcases them. And Perfect World has actually started off in a Guild Wars kind of League of Legends type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this huge controversy back in 2008, 2009. Some troll decided to kill his family and broadcasted the entire thing.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
He didn't broadcast it, but he bragged about it with like photos and stuff like that. It's like, that's really great.
Hey, anybody else interested in the codes? If you are, give me a number between 1 and 100.
1 and 100. I chose 2.
A number between 1 and 100, not 2 numbers.
I use the quantum mechanics rule. In one space, I can have more than one number.
Okay, Mark Hockman.
Yeah, I'm not that deep. I have to stick to whole integers.
Were we clear on whether or not it was 1 and 100 inclusive, or
1 and 100 inclusive? Yes. I have seen it hit both 1 and I've seen it hit 100.
So is it 2 to 99 now?
No, it's 1 to 100 still. Come on, there's 26 of you out there. Pick a number. Or 24 of you out there. We're giving away codes. 24 people are watching. Hi, thank you all.
I participated. Okay, I'm gonna put an X in chat.
I have 14 of them in my bag, so I can't.
Oh, you've got more. That's right.
I do have more.
You do have more.
So Mama's gonna steal them from me next. I think she's stalking me at this point.
Well, I saw that Stu gave out the last of his today. So Stu also got some, because Stu was there with his team. Not with the booth, but, out there supporting the game, and got a bunch of people to chat with, which was awesome. And we got to meet with him. Stu 1701. Stu of the top hats.
His top hat is awesome.
His top hat was awesome. As were his glasses. Well, we're not even getting people interested in one Mara Hawkman. That's okay. I will do a weekend event. You know what I might do, though, since maybe we'll do a Duffy weekend or something, just to have some fun. Okay, I'm going to roll it here, since I've only got 4 people. Yeah. All right. Rolling it on my emotes so you guys can see what I'm doing here.
Good thing.
Rolling the dice. And it rolls a 79, which looks like it's swear to me. Congratulations, swear.
I kid you not. Congratulations. I was actually watching Twitch chat and everything. I was sitting there like, well, what happened? I was like, oh, yeah. I'm going to sit down now.
Let's see. All right.
How come they're shooting back? They're not allowed to do that.
Check your Discord swear.
Heretical doctrine.
All right, anybody else want to join us?
Give me a minute, and I'm happy to join you. I've killed my 30. I just got to get out of this fight.
And Ed and I are working on our tunes for our next cycle. Actually, our next 2 cycles. And you're right. As soon as you start doing something, it's like, I've got to do the backstory. Which is like one of my favorite fanfics that I wrote was because of my coffee machine at the office. I wrote like
a fan fiction about a coffee machine?
No, that's the interesting thing. There is a coffee. Well, there's coffee in it. There's, I suppose, a coffee machine, which is completely inconsequential to the whole story. But I was sitting there making myself a cup of coffee and espresso one morning, and I thought, I can make a story out of this.
Okay, Mom, you can feel free to invite Kasiki. I'm logging in right now.
Oh, well, then I can't.
Give me a second. It's at 92%.
Sure, no problem.
Ow, my arm hurts. Okay, now I'm in.
Okay. Then again, an X, You could just take the codes and play.
I
know it's heretical, but
Anaximenes, is that how you say it?
yes. Well, that's how I said it.
Actually, there's a story on the fanfic of me explaining DT's holographic officers to his character. So yeah, it can take a while. And so far, that's like all the pages added up together is what, 34 pages at this point?
Something like that. Yeah,
and it's not finished. I'm enjoying it, but it's not finished.
Yeah, I started rewriting a book that I wrote about 15 years ago, and I'm going to try and publish this one.
So where are we going?
That's a good question. How about we go do Ninth Rule?
Ninth and Rule.
Ninth Rule. Ninth Rule is always good. If anybody needs, there's always a ton of loot on Ninth Rule, so. All right, so we're going to launch Ninth Rule, so on on one, so 3, 2, 1.
I warped it.
Looks like there was a fight here recently.
It was a fight here.
House Mokai ships on the sensor stone.
Shut up. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Oops. Ah.
What?
Somebody is on timeout. You're on timeout for Ninth Rule? You sure?
I am not in the zone. How do I...
Okay, so you need to go to the patrols. So on your TFO tab.
Yeah, you have to launch it yourself.
Right, there's the second one is marked patrols. And you just scroll down until you find Ninth Rule in the Kinger system.
Kinger.
And you click on launch. And that'll bring you in here.
All these goofy looking Federation ships behind me.
Mm-hmm.
That does not look like how I...
There you go. And now we go shoot things.
Hi there.
I don't know how he convinced the Green.
So if you're leveling a ship, feel free to just sit back and do the occasional pew.
I keep on forgetting to put the right traits on this character.
For speed leveling, I actually will just grab it out of the box as it is and run it on a couple of patrols. Not worry about anything else, because I probably am not going to keep it. No, this would work better if I actually set the aggro. Oops, sorry about that. So Jen, if you decide to make a tank, that is a ship that it will take a lot of damage, and you deliberately make it strong, and then you make it very aggressive so the other guys come shoot at you and not at your friends. There's a lot of ways to do it. It's actually kind of nice because you know you can take a hit. It's pretty rare that this ship gets killed. Not that it's got like tremendous power or anything else, but it's got a really good ability to take damage.
We've got cutting out the middleman here, Modron. Give us the spores.
I just realized the ship doesn't have a grav wall anymore.
I got covered. Oh no, we are in so much trouble. I'm working on my emotions, Nico. I put a zipper in space.
I presume that's the Tychon's Rift, you mean?
Yes. Yes.
Just,
Right in the middle of my grab wall.
I like Tychon's Rift.
It's not as powerful, but it's nice.
Yeah.
It's useful. Engage the tractor beam.
Oh, how about a baseball signed by the case of Birmingham? I can...
Yeah, no, I'm not into baseball.
Totally are.
Why are you defending that horrendous worm? He's not worth dying for.
He's not worth dying for. You heard him. And trust me, you're gonna die. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but it worked.
It's just so nice when they stay put and get shot at.
It is convenient. It's nice when there's a gravel and other stuff just sucking them back into one spot, and we can sit there and just shoot.
Where is here? It's the boogeyman.
It's the
Yeah.
other.
It's the other mom! Hi, other mom. How are you?
I'm good, other mom. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Everyone, it's DeadMeatMom. The other mom.
The other mom. So if anything ever happens to mom, you're automatically
Yeah.
gonna have to filter.
She's already the other pinky, so I mean it works out really well.
I'm not qualified for that job.
Let's see, so so is leveling equal to everyone playing even if they do less work? Yes, it goes across the team evenly. So that's one reason when we do leveling, if you take one person out who's got a ton of firepower and can take a lot of damage and can just stay in there in a fight, you can take it up to a higher level. So we just did that on an elite level to maximize the amount of benefit everybody else gets. So they can pretty much go in there and go, pew, dance back, come back in, pew, pew, dance back out, dance back in, pew, pew, pew. And
Grabbing here in a second.
yeah, and then you can have your one big, massively overpowered ship doing as much damage as possible and taking as much damage as need be. But everybody gets the same benefit. Do you get more levels because you take all the damage? No. Everybody gets the same levels.
Crap, that's the wrong one. I gotta use it, not to. discarded.
I do say it will give you like a tendency for your back to hurt.
It'll give you a tendency for your back to hurt?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting carried.
carrying all you nerds. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I definitely.
Oh god.
My tank is
Very
awesome. It can carry as many as it needs to. This is by no stretch of the imagination a fabulous tank, but it's a nice one and it does the job reasonably well. But bear in mind, when Ed and I go out, I will grab all my little crummy ships and he will grab one of his big OP ships and he will carry me around. So, one morning, we decided to see how fast we could level the toon and how many ships we could level at the same time. So I had all my ships all set to go, just on the basics. Nothing fancy, didn't bother with anything, just grab it, take it out of the box, and run. And 3 hours to level a player from tutorials to 65. Obviously did the tutorials to the extent absolutely necessary. And I think we got 6 ships in 3 hours. And the biggest amount of time we lost was going back to space dock and changing ships. You can call me Mom. That's absolutely fun. Or are you going to call that Mom? So she'd be Mom and I'll be Mom. Or she'll be Dead Meat, who I accidentally called DarkMeatMom, which I thought was pretty funny. But other Mom.
Unconventional systems. There's something I'm forgetting.
Like?
I don't know. I forgot which one I'm supposed to put.
Your
Elf?
name?
Huh? My name?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Alpha, did you finish that ship?
I did. I am,
Excellent.
Getting another one.
Okay.
lined up.
Yeah, go grab some more ships. We'll go do some more of this. Now we'll check into this.
Kick them while they're down. That's just not right. Seems rather cruel, actually. Greater than the sum.
I just noticed. Oh, I totally forgot when I hit full impulse, my ship like squirts green gas out of the back.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen, I'm going to move my chat box over here. All of your damage also reads out in here, so if for any reason you ever wanted to go back and look at all the damage that was done, this is it, during that last fight.
Because it's so simple to read.
Right.
If you want, you can enable a physical log. Then you can go down the well of madness, creating your own Perl scripts that parse the data in it until you finally give up and then go back to work, only to return to the game 6 years later.
Well, bear in mind, somebody came over to my desk today and said, I have this really big project. Could you go through and tell me which of these types of pieces of equipment we manufactured ever? And it's on these different spreadsheets. And before she walked away, I'd figured out, oh, yeah, this is easy. All we need to do is this, and do the next lookup, and here it is. And by the time she got her to her desk, she had her information, because once your brain starts working on spreadsheets, it's really hard not to think of everything as a spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet. Are you a spreadsheet mom?
I do love spreadsheets.
Or you
I
say
hate
every-
'em.
I made the most beautiful little spreadsheet macro XLOOKUP piece of joy that took a massive project that can take me up to 10 days to do every month. And it's now download, delete one line. Download a different thing, delete one line. Press macro 1, macro 2, macro 3, report is done. It took me 6 weeks, but you know what? I don't ever have to do that again. Yay!
Oh my god, I need to tell people I'm worth more money.
It was so pretty.
I love automation.
Yeah. Macros, what is it? BI? PI?
Power BI.
Power BI, thank you, yes. A couple other little things are just like, ooh, I can make it do it by itself, and I don't have to sit there and delete lines and do all this junk just to make it look right. It's not pretty yet. But you know what? I can write a completely different macro to make it pretty.
Mom is freaking out over very basic code.
Yes, Mom does like code. I like very elaborate codes, too.
It's only basic from a certain point of view. people sweeping streets and shit. That stuff might as well be Star Trek's technology. So,
Hey,
I'll
I
agree
used
with
to
you.
program in BASIC, so you know.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we're in the presence of royalty here.
Mark Hockman says, then the system changes and the spreadsheet needs rebuilt from scratch. Doesn't matter anymore, Mark Hockman. Now I know how to do it.
That's what Java libraries are for.
Mm-hmm.
When it changes, that it'll automatically update. As long as you pay attention.
Yeah, but, the funny thing is, once I figured out the outcome, because I wrote like 6 or 7 different scripts to make it go the way I wanted it to, and then I realized all that was doing was sorting the information. It wasn't getting me to find out where the certain fields were missing, because that's where the big gap is. At the end of this whole project, there would be 20 lines missing, and I had to figure it out, but they were on one report. So instead of just shuffling, you had to figure out how to calculate the inverse, fill in the blanks. And it turns out I'd already written that whole thing for a different department. I'm just like, duh!
So I just realized.
There we go.
Because I'm all sorts of smart. I didn't have a single phaser on my ship, but I had 3 devices that enhanced the damage of phasers on my ship.
And that worked?
Well, I mean, I didn't die because the ship was still overpowered, but
Mar Hockman has been in so many things. Mar Hockman is awesome. There are people, Jen, who run their games here off spreadsheets to track what every toon is doing, where they're at. And if I could figure out how to make that easier rather than harder, I would too. I figured you meant Diablo, not Diablo. Diablo might be a fun game, though.
I want to play Diablo.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, like you just have a few drinks, right? You lose, and then you break out the Diablo.
I'm going to play
It
Diablo.
requires you to wear clothes, though. That just so everyone's clear, that still requires you to wear clothes.
Oh, you defeated where I was going with
Yeah,
that.
I mean, really, come on.
Oh, that's all right.
It's not a party game. If you have clothes on, is that what we're going for here?
Yeah, that's the thing.
The way I live my life, maybe. I don't know. I don't like to tell you how to define
Oh.
your parameters.
I think I could scare everybody if I was naked. Come on, I'd win.
No, you and I could have, a good contest on yeah, Mom, the 2 moms naked. No, no, things you can never unsee.
Yeah, what has been seen cannot be unseen.
My eyes. All right.
Unclean, unclean.
Well, Mar Hockman, but the question is, what is Diablo Spanish for?
Somebody who really should stop trying to speak Spanish.
Yes, no, I'm just working on my Danish, and Pi says my Danish pronunciation is terrible, so I tried.
I'm gonna take a moment just for bio, but I won't be but upset.
No problems. We'll be here.
Holy cow!
And people are switching out ships, so if you need to switch a ship and join us, please do.
I got
I'm
some
ready
stuff I
whenever
wanna
you
try
need.
on this one, but the next one I may switch. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I
The
think
guy that played the Flash in the Justice League movies got
sure.
arrested for hitting a woman in the head with a chair.
Oh my God.
It's just very interesting stuff happens in Hollywood. That's why I moved away from Hollywood.
Okay, now you got me. I've got to go look this up.
Ezra Miller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing it.
Yeah, that guy is messed up.
Diablo Threemon in Final Fantasy XIV: The Lodestone. Diablo is on YouTube, and there is a Diablo in myanimelist.net.
Now I'm disappointed. I wanted to see
But it-
Diablo used in media.
But no, it almost always defaults back to Diablo and people like me who can't spell.
Well, I'm ready whenever you are. Mom.
Well, we have to wait a moment. Somebody's on a hygiene break, and we'll be back. A bio break.
Hygiene.
Yes, hygiene breaks. That's a nice way of saying you have to go to the bathroom. It's like when we do the 24-hour live streams, and people like you come in at like 2 in the morning so I can go do a mental health break, i.e. go grab a nap. Don't think I'm going to do any 24... Them or downstairs here.
There were words there.
There are words. I got part of it. Well, that's the whole point, is it's not English. Who is Danish here? Pie's Danish. I'm Swedish, but my Swedish relatives are always going, well, if you can speak Danish, you can speak Swedish. It's older. Ooh, Bablo is Maine's Bureau of Alcoholic Beverages and Lottery Operations.
That's interesting.
Well, that's
Way less cooler. We need an initiative to rename that so that we can make the real DeBlablo.
the Bablo.
That everybody
The
needs to
Blablo.
know.
The Blablo?
This is gonna be a thing now.
Yeah, Swedish and Danish are close enough that I think my,
Do you speak Danish?
do I speak Danish? Not very well yet, no.
I was gonna say that person just asked you.
Yes, I know.
Dansk, yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's I speak Danish, but
Yeah.
right.
I do not speak Danish.
No hablo Danish.
Sprechen Sie Dansk?
9.
9.
And
Prune cheese. Well, I know cheese is ost, but I couldn't tell you what prune is. Silly Danish joke. Okay. Yeah, Pie's always trying to tell me silly Danish jokes.
well, it is in Narnia, so how many Danish jokes could we possibly know?
I've been to Narnia. I love Narnia. I want to go back.
I want to go back.
I was there about this time of year. Oh my God, 37 years ago? It's been a while. So today's word, by the way, was we're working on skal versus har, and when to use them and when the words get stuck in where, and it's telling me about the different modal terms, and I'm like, just tell me when to use one word and another word. I have no idea what the infinitive forms are, nor do I care.
Bet someone cares. Pepper's Farm cares.
No, they remember. They don't care.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Yeah. The guy who played Flash Gordon in the 1980 movie. That would be, oh God, I can see his face. Yeah, I am Viking, thank you.
Maybe that's all that's left.
Who played Flash Gordon in that movie?
Flash. Ah.
That one, yeah.
Flash Gordon played Flash Gordon.
He was not a super duper well known kind of guy. He was like a model of some sort.
Probably, yes. Let's see. Sam Jones.
That's the most generic name I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know.
My baby
Yeah, I was gonna
Sam.
It's
say,
like Adam
I feel like I've
Smith.
been whitewashed just hearing the name.
But it did have Max von Sydow as the Emperor. Topol was Dr. What's his name? Oh God, what is his name? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Zarkov, Hans Zarkov. Timothy Dalton, back in the day, but the best part was Brian Blessed was in it. I love Brian Blessed. He was one of the flying guys. What are they? The Hawkmen.
A Hawkman?
He was one of the Hawkmen. But not the Mar Hawkman, just a Hawkman.
A Hawkman.
A Hawkman, yes. Anyway, nowadays Sam J. Jones is a part-time actor and part-time private security guard. Well, yeah, I can see that.
Why is he a private security guard? Isn't he like 200?
No, at his age, that was back in the 80s, so he'd be 70-ish now, so having a job is still kind of important for many of us. Valhalla is not calling me, thank you. That's ominous.
What? I don't want to go to Valhalla.
Not at the moment.
Valhalla doesn't ever call you. That's not how that works. Folkvang calls you. That's where the Valkyries live. They don't live in Valhalla.
Valhalla is long distance anyway, yeah. You have to have really good roaming to hit Valhalla. Is everybody back? Yes, Shadow is back. Okay, so we're back to doing some leveling. We've already done Wanted Argala, which is the absolute best in terms of that. But we should redo it. But let's see, what else have we got here? Is it Rescue and Search or Strike at Sadia?
Rescue and Search has an awful lot of ships. I don't remember.
Yeah, Rescue and Search.
Okay, let's do Rescue and Search this time, and then we'll go do Wanted Argala.
Elon at CDN Section 31 has Rescue and Search on cooldown.
Oh, okay, thanks. Well, how are we doing then on Wanted Argala again?
It looks clear to me.
Okay, so my usual routine is Wanted, 9th Rule, Rescue and Search, and then we usually throw in one to hit the 30-minute cooldown.
No,
By the time we're done with Argala, 9th Rule might be coming off cooldown for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got a 9th Rule here.
Are we launching a Wanted?
Yes, 9th Rule is in 4 minutes, so we'll be fine. So yeah, we're going to launch Wanted Argala, so hopefully everybody's good on that. Ask Odin if mice are allowed in Valhalla. Got news for you, nothing stops a mouse. Oh, Galaxy Star Queen redeemed a TFO domination, so she gets to pick the next TFO. So I guess we're going to do a TFO after this. Is everyone here?
Yep.
Go shooties. All right, so when we're done with this, we're going to grab Galaxy Star Queen, and we're going to do a TFO that she gets to pick.
To Romulan Republic Force, the only things really written about Valhalla, being fairly well versed in this, is only about 6 or 7 stanzas. There's really not very much we know about Valhalla, but we do know there are goats there, we know there are boars there, but there's nothing about mice.
The brave shall live forever.
Oh no, they die. They die in Ragnarok.
Well, we play Valheim, so we're taken to an in-between world, I guess, to help keep the people in check.
As we had some very interesting, I'm going to say conversations, but it was actually Frost telling me a lot about Nordic mythology.
I know pretty well.
Yes, you do. It was very interesting, too.
Hey, we got a new Thor movie coming.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about that.
Yeah, Natalie Portman is Thor. Uh-huh. Yep. Right.
Natalie Portman isn't even Natalie Portman.
Okay, as long as it's not Thor that's the hero.
I don't know. Thor was an asshole too, so it's not like that's really that much better of a guy.
No, but when I go watch a Thor movie, I don't want to see Thor.
You want to see what?
When I go see a Thor movie, the last person I want to see is Thor.
The last person you want to see is Thor?
Of course.
Because
Sarcasm.
Oh, sarcasm. Okay, sorry. Sarcasm, another service we offer.
You know, that's something I've always wondered. Like Odin in the Havamel was this incredibly brutish, kind of ignorant storyteller dude. Like he made things worse for no real reason at all. He came up with these ideas that didn't make sense for anybody. But his aphorisms are still used in the Asatru today. So if anybody doesn't know, Asatru is the official state religion of mythology. But the problem with Odin is that you can't find anything written before the Havamel and nothing written after the Havamel by Danish scholars. In fact, Danish scholars aren't even included in the Havamel. But we don't know that Odin was a real person. Was not a real god. It could have been entirely invented by...
With respect, real god?
Well, okay. Presuming that gods are real. Because, everybody here has some allegiance to something. But at any rate, there's so much written about Tyr and Thor and stuff like that, and Tyr literally has 4 lines in all of the sagas. So obviously they didn't like Tyr at all. But I mean, the whole thing is just very weirdly written. Odin's Stone Mice in Valhalla. I'm gonna go with yours. I don't think there should be any mice in Valhalla. Because I mean, you can't kill them; they just keep on coming back. So that would be really.
Agree.
So that proves that the mice.
Squirrel and bare hands.
So, so perhaps it's the mice who are the gods, since they are the eternal ones.
Now we're pulling in. We're pulling in freaking 42.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
I actually wasn't going there, but yeah, that'll work too.
We're all just a grand experiment.
I was actually working on Small Gods by Terry Pratchett.
I was listening to Neil Gaiman's The Sandman. It's well written, but it's confusing as all hell. I don't understand what he's trying to get at sometimes. And then he enter in Constantine to it, and they don't say which Constantine he is, and it's just really frustrating. But I've never actually listened to Sandman before, so it's very interesting.
Did Neil Gaiman write the Bromeliad, or was that also Terry Pratchett?
The what?
The Bromeliad?
I've never heard of that.
Oh. It's about a species of, I want to say gnomes, but they weren't really gnomes, that live in the various levels of a bromeliad.
Oh,
But they're like micro creatures living in a bromeliad, so you know how those flower, and they've got tiers that are separated, one level of flower above the next, and so leads to this culture where everybody's separated, and it's almost impossible to move from one to the next because there's no physical way to get there.
Somebody today posted on Facebook, what would you remove from Earth? And I was like, humans.
Yeah, that'd work. Could I just pick out the specific humans I'd like to have gone?
I suppose.
That would be really convenient.
My daughter interrupted me. I did not grant anything you said.
What do we want to remove from Earth?
Is there an end goal in mind of the things we want removed from Earth to do something?
All the question was, what would you remove from Earth?
Ooh.
You know, like something you don't like, but for me it was just like, well, us, because we're killing it, so.
Yeah, but the Earth will continue after we're gone.
That's right, long after we're gone.
Yeah, exactly.
We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of the Kazon have long
3.8 billion more years,
Until the sun expands and engulfs it.
Just so I was recently reading that there's a chance that the sun will turn into a nebula that'll explode out. Oh, that's interesting.
Or lose enough mass to where our orbit goes far enough out where it'd be safer.
Ooh,
That's
I
true.
saw
that could be
too.
fun.
I hadn't heard about the nebula.
Yeah, I just heard that recently. They think the mass of the sun may be at that critical point where it could either do the red giant and engulf the Earth, or it may just do the and have a beautiful nebula out there. Not that it's going to be any better for us. I mean,
Yeah, there is going to be a nebula once it goes out to the red dwarf stage and then lets go of all that gas. It'll become a white dwarf nebula.
but it would be really pretty.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them out there that they have pictures of through the Hubble telescope that are gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Galaxy Star Queen is in charge. So I'm going to disband us here. I'm going to kick everybody.
Ow, I don't like being kicked.
And I'm going to kick everyone off the team there. Want to make sure that we're completely out and we don't get this screwed up the way we occasionally get this screwed up. Okay, so everybody's been kicked. Everybody should not be in the private team, so we should all be good for once. My dogs eat bunnies. I feel so bad.
Well, why do your
That's
dogs eat
part of
bunnies?
life.
Because they get in my yard. I mean, I work really hard to make it hard for the bunnies to get in. We've got a fairly small meshed fence, and it's secured to the ground, so it's hard for the bunnies to get under, but there's a couple of spots where they can get through. And if they're foolish enough to get through, even my elder dog, Errol, will go get them.
I have to go put the children to bed, so I will
Okay.
be back.
Well, go put your children to bed.
If I don't see everybody here, I will be back as soon as I can.
Okay. Ta-ta. Yeah, Mar Hockman, I was watching something the other night, and there was a woman who was talking about how one of her favorite Easter dinners is bunny rabbit. And the other person's like, oh, you can't eat bunny rabbits, but bunnies are delicious.
Yeah, that's a sore topic for me. I actually had somebody on the internet threaten to kill me over bunnies.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I know. I also said how delicious they were. And
They are delicious.
then the death threat started, and I was like, "Oh crap! I didn't realize they were."
Yeah, I know, but people think I don't eat cows because they're cute. I'll rephrase it. I extremely rarely eat cows because I like cows. I feel really bad. But I don't feel that bad for bunnies, even though they're cute. I definitely don't feel bad for pigs because while they are cute, they make bacon and, as Moroccan says,
Like meat candy.
yeah, really delicious, delicious meat. Okay, what is the colony invasion TFO? Let me see what it says.
I'm sorry. Am I needed? If not, I'll go queue on my own. I didn't wanna-
Feel free to do whatever you'd like. That is a good question. Colony invasion. Starfleet arrives to rescue the colonists while the Klingon Empire hopes to catch them. I'm game to try it. If it's what I think it is, I haven't done this one in a long time.
Oh, I think it pops up in randoms for me every once in a while,
Yeah.
but
Because it's not on advanced random, it's just regular random.
yeah.
It doesn't pop up that often, but if we do it, somebody might be willing to do it with us.
I'm gonna bounce, guys. Just thought I'd stop by and see what everybody was up to.
Hey, thank you so much for stopping in, Mom. It's always good to talk to you. We should go hang sometime.
Sometime.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Talk about things that aren't necessarily just Star Trek.
This is true.
That would be fun.
All right. Well, I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay, you take care. We'll see you soon, I hope.
Cheers.
Oh, Galaxy Star Queen. If it's what I think it is, basically you get dropped. Is this the one where you get dropped into, like, the pit?
That doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, so that's not that one. I don't know. I'm game to try Galaxy Star Queen.
I'd be down to do it just so we can show it off.
Yeah, really. And even if you decide you want to do a different one, we can do this for Snicks. So if you would like to, and you can pick a different one if you don't like it, GSQ, but we're going to invite you anyway, so there, yeah. Who else would like to join us for a little colony invasion? Not the sim. Which we ought to do. We should do another weekend of colony invasions. But we don't need... Oh, maybe we do. Maybe we're going to have somebody who's going to need it. Hughes Heroes are going to need it at some point. And we have some upgrades available for Hughes Heroes. Do we want an engineering officer on the colony, or do we want a science officer on the colony? Wow. Okay. Or do
I could give you a reasonable explanation for either.
Or we could construct a personal transwarp transporter, or we could construct a morale center. Personally, I think the morale center sounds like a bar. Which is always good.
Gotta keep morale up, just saying.
Boom. It's been selected. All right. We have... Oh, it's only 519 marks. Pfft. Okay, I'll do the hard part. I threw in the dilithium. Everybody else can have some fun there. Oh, we need to throw in a ton of luxury provisions. Now we have a project. Yeah, I have my priorities straight. And that's in Hughes Heroes, so if anybody's got some marks they'd like to get rid of, like I do, but I won't do that. All right, so we got us a team here. Merhawkman, alt-tabbing.
My team difficulty is 3. I think it knows my social skills.
How about if I take that back out of elite difficulty? You know what? I'll put it in advanced, so we've got some measure of challenge, because I don't think this is going to be terribly difficult. But give me a second here, because apparently I've got a lot of stuff here. I'm going to clean out my inventory real quick, or at least get some of this gone. My Hawkman, we already have a team going. I'm sorry. I'll grab you on the next one, if that works for you. Wow, how did I get so much garbage so quick?
Hey, you were the one that made the team.
Yeah. Oops, nope, I didn't mean to get rid of that one. Oops. So I have to go redo a mission to take care of that one. Okay, good. Out. Thank you very much. So, and we're good. All right. Making coffee at 2:40. Oh, speaking of making coffee at 2:45 in the morning, I'm trying to get a new piece of equipment, and I need to talk to the vendor. The vendor is in Australia. So the next time they had available to talk to them was on Thursday at midnight. And I said, oh. And he goes, well, I've got a later one. I'm like, yeah, when? And he goes, 2. I said, 2 in the afternoon? No, he goes, 2 in the morning, your time. And I'm thinking, ugh. Hold on, I could do that, and then I'd be awake for Picard at 3 a.m., So I told my boss I was going to do a 2 a.m. meeting with a vendor, then watch Picard, and then I'll be into work later. Much later. Fortunately, they had a good sense of humor about that. All right, so we are going to do colony invasion here. Wee-woo?
Wee-woo.
Wee-woo, everybody? Good evening, Mr. Dave. How are you doing, dear? Everybody got a wee and a woo? Yes? I'm going to take that as a yes.
I dare say we are good.
Okay. All right, we got a GSQ saying we have a wee-woo. But people haven't accepted it yet. Otherwise, we'd be going. Accept the mission, everybody!
I have positively affirmed all prompts thus far.
Okay. Somebody hasn't.
I could have messed it up.
As long as you said, yep.
There we go.
There we go. Yay. I can hear the difference in the background sound. Yeah, this is going to be my first reason. Oh, wow. Repel the invaders, stabilize and evacuate wounded colonists, find and beam out Federation diplomats, download critical data from colony computers before the invaders do. Sweet! This looks so different. Looks a little bit like Madron's, what is it? Enemy Mine?
Mine Enemy?
Mine Enemy, thank you.
I was trying to think of the planet name and I couldn't.
Yeah, you know which one I was going for. So there's a person dying over here. I shall beam them out. Well, he's apparently not dying as much as he was. I vaguely remember this one. Celestia, don't respawn. I'm going to try and get over to you. If I can find you. Where'd you go? Oh, you respawned. I've secured a colonist who is standing over here cowering in fright. Excuse me. I shall call down my brain bots.
Ooh. A named NPC.
Ooh, must be special then. Got 9 out of 10. We're missing one thing. Oh, apparently not.
Go.
No, I went back.
Thanks.
That's why I was with you.
That's okay. We got all of our toys done. Well, that was short but fun. No worries.
Oh, a Mugato.
Ooh.
And it's a named Mugato.
Yeah, it's an optional boss.
Oh, sweet. Extra toys. Hey, speaking of sweet fun stuff, I think tomorrow night we are going to do random TFOs. For those of you who've got new tunes that need them. For your recruits like Gamma recruits and things like that. Get rid of a little bit more stuff here. So was that to your liking, Galaxy Star Queen? Or was that too easy for you? Hi, Katie Gamer. Who are you looking to see in this channel? I'm doing fine, Master Dude. How are you doing, dear? Now, is Augie here? I haven't seen Augie for a couple of days, other than in general chat. But if he stopped in, he didn't stop in and say hi. Can we do Colony Invasion Red Side now? You know, is there a KDF version of it? that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? We had a Fed side of it, and then we've got a KDF side of the same game. That'd be totally cool. Yeah, I'm game to try it. Is there a separate version for KDF? And if not, well, let's go find out. All right, let's switch over to KDF and see if there's a different variation of Colony Invasion KDF style. So let me grab KDF Toon. Who hasn't been out? Ooh. I shall grab my Ferocin. All right, Mar Hawkman, I have invited you. What was that? Oh, wow.
Birthday, Sav.
Yeah, even though her birthday was like a couple of days ago. It was the 12th. It was a week ago. Have I gotten really bad about following up on that stuff? Yes, I have. Yeah, I had meant to change it the next day, but, it's Sav. We can leave it up for a little bit extra. We got room for one more for Colony Invasion. This would be KDF style.
The way I understand it, KDF actually has mirrored versions of the objectives. Basically, you're here to steal stuff and shoot people.
Sweet. Let's give it a try. It sounds like fun.
It's been a long time since I did this on the Red.
Alrighty, go have fun, KTG.
Oh, by the way, you may have noticed that this is my Riemann engineer who absolutely uses mortars.
No worries there.
Well, the reason I mentioned the mortar thing is because mortars will fire over the buildings in the map. So you put one next to the base of a building, and it'll hit enemies on the other side of the building.
Mortars can be fun like that.
That's nice. I like that. Okay, so you guys knew I was on a panel with Chase Masterson, right?
Yes. I watched it, actually.
Okay. Well, after that, I went over to get her to sign my book. And I told her that we love her in game, but that they changed the counterpoint so we no longer can make her do the thing everybody in the game loves. And her response, because I think she's one of the nicest people out there, is, "Oh, I'll go talk to Kel about that." I'm thinking, they're not going to change it even for you, but thanks. In counterpoint, how we try and make her say the dialogue as fast as possible.
How much did you explain to her the implications of the taking too much damage joke?
As much as I could, because I could kind of see like 90% of, we have to just damage Terknor as much as possible in the span of time to make your dialogue cycle through super fast so you say these words right on top of each other. And it's not that she's unintelligent, but because I'm pretty sure she doesn't play games. She had no clue as to what I was saying, but her reaction was, "I'll go talk to Mike about that." Okay.
And Mike is probably going to be like, "Oh yeah, that. Well, see, it was this and that and this other thing."
Yeah, I told her I'm sure there was a really good reason they did it, but just so you know, that's one of the things we love to make you do in the game, because you're awesome. Hey, Augie!
Hey, Augie, want to do the KDF side colony invasion?
Yeah, so we need a fifth.
Mike melted. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, everybody loves Screaming Lita. Why would they take that away from us? I still don't understand why they took that away. It's so wonderful.
That sounds like a great ship name. I'm totally going to name it down. Ship Screaming Lita.
I mean, it does kind of fit with the Terran naming conventions, to be honest.
Okay, that is so good I might have to name a ship that's Screaming Lita as well. Ray, you have just named a bunch of ships. No worries, Augie. Okay, hang on a second, Master. Master Dude, what's your handle in game so I can invite you? And then I'm going to write it in my notes here. totally agreed.
I mean, Lita does kind of do like energetic rants about things. And some of her energetic rants she's currently doing are things that were actually theoretically possible previously. It's just that they got preempted by the other thing.
Well, back when Badlands first started, and you'd come into the final fight, and Lita would come out and just kind of talk at you from the bridge, there was a glitch, and that would interrupt the gameplay every 30 seconds or so. And Ed and I would be playing, and we'd be screaming, "Shut up, Lita!"
Just fully understandable.
Yes, absolutely. It's one of the better parts of the game. All right, we're doing Colony Invasion again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where we're at. Yeah, okay. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
I realize it's not real hard. Weeboo?
Weeboo.
We will. Realize someone's knocking on my door right now. What's it?
Yeah, well, next convention, if Chase is there, I'll tell her that we all named our ships the Screaming Litas. We should have a fleet, the Screaming Litas.
Terran-themed fleet, the Screaming Leaders.
We have an opening in one of our armadas for another fleet.
Need a leather jacket for it, just like the flaming targets of Grethor.
No problem, I can certainly do that. Somebody make me a piece of artwork, and I will turn it into a leather jacket for the Screaming Litas.
It never ceases to amaze me just how often people can decide that it's something needs to be is critically important to come to your attention, even though you have no reason to actually mess with it. Oh well. And this is a great place to put mortars.
I was thinking we'd be fighting Terrans, but...
No, this is old school KDF mission. A KDF specific mission. Where you kill the Federation.
Ooh, we do!
I'm shooting a diplomat.
I just worked at a diplomat for a moment there.
Oh wait,
Listen
that's a
here.
breed.
I have colony data downloading.
Dying. No.
Hey!
Capture. Gotta take people as slaves.
We left some people alive back here. What the heck? What is up with that?
In case you're wondering what that bright red glow is, that's the flare mortar from competitive rep.
Ooh.
What it does is that it blinds your enemies. And I just ran into a brief freezing grenade cloud. I hate those.
Well, I see we have some chains flying around here.
It's been 10 years since those were added to the game, and I still hate getting hit with them.
But I so love using them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think this corner over here is a good place.
Anything up here? I like this map. There's a lot of stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, it's actually it's a relatively compact map, but it just kind of like loops around itself. Ooh, here's a fun fact: the Gingerbread Village uses mostly the same layout. Well, the TFO version of the Gingerbread Village, anyways.
does it really?
Uh-huh.
We defeated the Mugato! Yay, us!
Well, something killed it.
I got to shoot at it.
Wasn't me.
Okay, what did we miss?
It was on.
There's one of the mobs needs to die. We
Oh,
didn't kill
okay.
all of the
Oh
mobs.
yeah, I see him. He is dead.
Yeah, then. That's that.
Okay, before I leave here... Oh my gosh, you're right! I'm looking at the layout.
Wait, there's a diplomat someone forgot to beam out. Aww. It doesn't count from bonus marks if you do it after the thing. Darn it.
How dare they?
Oh well. Honestly, it's like one bonus mark, I think, anyways.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, whatever. Well, no, we don't get to take it because of the fact that it brought up the leave.
I meant the metaphorical. I'll take getting out of there fast, even if we missed one. Yeah,
well, that too.
I haven't done that one in a long time either. What else have we not done in a long time? Well, we kind of did atmosphere assault the other day unintentionally.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Oh, see that was actually the same character doing that.
But it was kind of fun. Went back with the shuttles.
It is such a so much better as a mission when you're doing it with an actual team and not freaking artificial idiots screwing it up constantly.
Subtle. You know, the rest of these, Vault Shuttle Event, I have no idea what that is. Talshar invaders are occupying the vault, and Obasek needs allies to drive them out. Wow. Maybe we should... Maybe we should do... I was going to say, what? We should do a shuttle night.
I mean, we could do it now if you really want to.
I have to go grab a shuttle to do that. Do we want to make a shuttle night and do all shuttle things?
I'd be down just for the novelty.
Okay, fine. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'll just pull together the parts I used on that other one I had on. Well, I mean, this is the same character that we did the Romulan colony thing on. Anyways.
Master Dude, atmosphere assault is never random because of the shuttles.
Yep. There are certain things that they decide to categorically remove, and anything that requires shuttles is one of them.
Right. So if you want to do shuttles, you have to deliberately go for shuttles.
And probably do a pre-made team because of the fact that it doesn't pug.
Yeah.
In theory, it's capable of pugging. It's just that people have to manually queue for it, and they don't.
Okay, so let's do shuttles a different night when everybody's got a chance to go do this. I want to join this shuttle night. Yeah, no worries. We will make an announcement of shuttle night. I'll talk to DT about, but tomorrow night's going to be random TFO night. Okay, what else have we not done in a long time? We have Klingon Starbase Blockade, Klingon Starbase Incursion is a ground mission. Neither of which...
I remember Incursion. Incursion's a lot like this, what we just did.
Okay.
Except it's inside a Federation starbase.
Saboteurs are in your starbase's cargo hold. Grab a flashlight and hunt them down. Huh. And Starbase Blockade. Freighters on the run from enemy forces need to reach safety of a starbase. They won't make it without your help. So there's a couple here that are unusual.
Well, the actual fleet queues almost never get touched. Just because of the fact that they're, normal only for a lot of them. And because of that, it's just... if people are doing RTFOs on advanced, that's just not in the pool. Also, some of the old fleet queues are designed for 20 players.
I know, I was just looking at Starbase Fleet Defense. It's designed for 20 players and it'll never come up as random either, I bet.
Exactly, because RTFOs only do 5-man. That's actually the reason why the Salt Vampire TFO got removed, is because the fact that it can't work with the RTFO system, and they would have to completely revamp it to make it do what they want it to do, even though that...
And probably why Big Dig got removed too.
It was actually a really fun event. It's just... if they could do something like just making it so that it's like one side of town and not all four sides of town.
Yeah, but it was a fun one. I'd like to see that and Big Dig come back, maybe just for a weekend or something.
See, the funny thing with Big Dig is that I think it was honestly coded as an adventure zone. in many ways.
Yeah.
And thus it just didn't have the same code logic as proper TFOs do.
Well, yeah, but it was still a proper TFO.
It was.
It used the queue system, but
It used to be like the regular, like the fleet actions from game launch.
Yeah.
Where you would just go
see,
into the zone
Big Dig
and come and
used
go.
to fly to a star system on the galaxy map to start the mission.
Oh, I had forgotten that part. Hi, Wolfie! Wolfie's here. Ray says, I hit one of the warbirds for 92k crit when with a shuttle when I did the vault on advanced with my main on the ultimate set in a Yellowstone runabout. So sweet. Very nice. Okay, somebody pick a weird mission and let's go do this TFO. Something weird. We can go Federation or KDF. I don't care.
Something I haven't personally done recently, huh?
Yeah.
Undine infiltration.
Really? Federation or KDF?
Well, I'm currently logged in as a KDF, but
Okay.
either one is fine, really. I don't need to do it.
Okay, guys, we're going to do Undine infiltration. So,
Also, actually, you know what? This is one of those things that it's a proper TFO, not a fleet action. Thus, we can just do a cross team.
for this one? Yeah, I can go that way. All right, so we're going to do Undine infiltration. I don't care if you're Federation or KDF. Queue up. For you brave souls who want to try something different. Is that you, Master Dude?
Yeah, this is that infamous mission with a dialogue puzzle that
It's not that bad.
It used to insta-fail the queue.
Really?
Yeah. Well, see, back when they decided they wanted all of the elite TFOs to have a failure condition, the failure condition was getting the dialogue puzzle wrong.
Good.
Why did it represent failure conditions? Because either you're letting one of the Undine infiltrators go to wreak havoc on the Bajoran population, or B, you're falsely accusing a Bajoran of being an Undine infiltrator and causing political unrest on Bajor.
Yeah, well, that happens. All right, we need one more poor soul to join us for Undine infiltration. Thank you, Alpha.
And it's one of those things where that mission, that particular choice for failure condition was terrible because of the fact that a lot of the time people would accidentally tap F more than once and choose a dialogue option without actually seeing what they were doing.
Yeah.
And then the queue would fail because of it. That pissed people off, and rightly so.
Okay. We are queued in private. So let's give it a moment to see what happens.
Yeah, it's definitely doing messaging like it's putting us in a queue.
Sometimes it takes a moment or two to go through.
Oh,
And Eric went. Didn't do a wee-woo, just dump this into the
No,
mission.
it doesn't wee-woo in private.
Intelligence assets on Bajor report signs of Undine infiltration. I am sending you to conduct an investigation.
This uses the same map geometry as the Bajor ground map with a few small additions. Namely, force fields to block off certain areas that they decided not to actually use as part of the map. And also, they added a tunnel. Well, actually, no, the tunnels are a separate thing you transition to. It's not actually part of the surface area.
Everyone click on set weapons to stun. There's a little,
Oh yeah.
little setting to one side.
I keep forgetting.
They don't
about
trust
that one,
us.
because this is the only mission in the entire game that does that. Because you don't want to accidentally kill any of the Bajorans.
No, we want to do it on purpose. Come on, let's be honest. They're annoying.
Oh wow, someone is actually using the teleporter relay.
I love that kit module.
I have some, it's just I don't bother using it.
If you're already talking to them, I'll go someplace else then. Yeah.
One thing with this is that if you actually do this often enough, it is absolutely possible to memorize everything.
I understand. What would you like to know? At first, we thought there were 9, but then Benjamin Sisko found the Orb of the Emissary, and later, the Orb of Possibilities was located on Cardassia Prime. I guess that makes
We
11.
killed someone and
Suppose you
I
could
didn't know
call
what I
that
was doing.
If you want to get technical, they are non-corporeal, extra-dimensional.
You can look for clues.
I have never been a member, my child. I dedicate.
It did some nice voice acting with that one. Where am I going?
Yep. The current version of this queue, I think, has the dialogue puzzle as a, shall we say, optional objective that
Really?
gives you bonus marks. So you do at least want to attempt to get it right. Can't find the third clue for this guy. I don't know.
I only see 2 clues here, so... Fine, go ahead and interview him. See if I care.
And someone is shooting me. Seriously, why? I was interrogating the guy and some Bajoran starts shooting me through the window.
Because they're trying to steal the orb from the temple.
Oh, this is the guy I was working on.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll let you get back to him.
I think that one was safe one. I'm not entirely sure though.
I found a bar. I was looking for the temple. Why am I shooting Bajoran people? Just for snicks? There it is.
Is there a better reason?
Oh, okay, fine.
One of the amusing things about this though is that because of the whole like set things to stun thing, you will never actually KO any of the Bajoran civilians, no matter how brutally you beat them. And I had a physical damage, a ground endeavor for 20,000 damage, and I am currently using this Bajoran for a punching bag.
Okay, we got one more suspect.
Okay, I'm done. I'm going to leave this person alone. Even.
Did we get all 10? There we go. Okay.
Oh, this actually seems to be telling us that we actually got 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Go team.
Yeah, we good.
Oh, this is a map where frosted boots are good.
Oh, just have every single run boost there is.
We just need more balloons.
So obviously this begs the question, how many Undine does it take to steal the orb?
Well, a lot, because the prophets say no. I mean, honestly.
No.
Well, okay, where's the Undine guy? Oh, right, he's in the cloud of angry bajorans.
Do we want to confront without full team?
You, the guy without the balloon gun, get over here.
The guy with the balloon.
No, seriously, Leonard McCoy is using one of the balloon guns.
Isn't it?
I always use balloon gun. Well, I have somebody on my team using them just because there's something massively inappropriate about it.
Here,
That's the point if you can't have a little fun.
Exactly. Now don't we go running down this way?
Basically, you just like chase the guy until he stops running away from you. But he periodically he'll shapeshift and then run some more, and then you have to keep track of the form he shapeshifted into as it tries to escape you through the crowd. Not that his routes he follows are actually complicated or anything.
Shouldn't be too hard to follow him. He's on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
He's running like he really has to get to the bathroom.
Yeah, and this is what he has instead of a bathroom.
Well, the tunnels. It takes a while to fill them up. Thank goodness.
Also, this mission is infamous for being trollable, but because it's one of those where you can block off a critical doorway with an engineer cover shield.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I've had some runs where we had to basically just give up because some jackass had blocked off the tunnel we needed to climb through, and it was physically impossible to get around it.
You just wait the 2 minutes.
I think this is someone who had set it up as with a keyboard macro so that it would automatically place a new one as soon as it came off cooldown, and he just like puts a character in the. Yeah.
That's when you wish the guns were real.
I mean, honestly, this part where you run through the tunnels and shoot Undine is pretty easy. And this is the hole I was talking about. Do you see how small the hole is?
Yeah.
If you stand in just the right spot, you can just keep doing the a cover shield indefinitely.
Oh, yeah, I can see that happening.
Also, we completely forgot that the actual mission objectives, and we have to go back and do the mission objectives.
What is the mission objectives?
Scan for Undine.
Oh.
You mean scan for the Undine killed?
Well, I scanned the caves for Undine stuff.
Okay, so now somebody scanned it. Now
we go back to the other place, scan that.
Move to that location and activate the transport.
Transport the nanite bomb.
The bomb is in position. Take out the last of the.
And now we jump in the hole. Oh no, he's in so much pain. It looks excruciating. He's in so much pain, it made him untargetable.
we'll shoot everything else. So we'll chill. We're good.
No. This is where, as an engineer, you spam turrets because you know something is going to come down.
Well, I'll spam Chris. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, we actually we got a perfect score on that mission.
Yay! All right, let me catch up on dialogue here. My main pet peeve with that mission is that usually at least half the pugs forget to set their weapons to stunt. Yep, that would do it. I have party horns on my whole away team, of course. Hi, Jack. How are you? No, cover shields have a good function, except on those a few occasions when I will put them in place and somebody is standing next to me wearing a cape. The cape gets in the cover shield and they're stuck there.
Another thing with cover shields is never, ever allow bridge officers to use them.
Yeah, they will magically appear in all kinds of spots that you don't.
The bridge officer AI does not think strategically when placing cover shield. It just places it wherever it happened to be when entering combat.
The flying flare. What is the flying flare? Ooh, pie. What do you mean, sick bed? How can you be sick?
That's the red flare thing is actually just called the flare mortar, and it's something you get from the competitive rep.
Pie, are you unwell?
Here, I will link it in Stripe group chat so that Mom can show it to people on the stream.
Okay.
There you go. And yes, only engineers get those.
That makes me curious. What's the tactical module on the...
I think it's an electrical bubble. The science one creates a bunch of pylons that create an electrical fence between them. This electrical fence, NPCs or other players will take damage if they step in the area between the two poles.
So there's some fun stuff there, is what you're saying.
The thing with that, though, is that while in some ways it's similar to the whole like crystal prism thing in function, it doesn't do a ranged attack. Enemies have to actually walk between them, or they'll never take damage. However, in missions where enemies are forced to walk down a hallway, you can zigzag the hallway with those things, and the enemies will hate it. Oh, also, they have this function where if you use them in PvP, they do double damage to other players. Remember, the tactical one is kind of like a grenade, except that it only does damage if your opponent leaves the bubble that it creates around them.
Creates a 30-meter diameter electrical containment field at the target for 10 seconds. To foes who cross the field, hold for 3.6 seconds, doubled against players. 472.8 electrical damage every 1 second, doubled against players, and 49-second recharge.
Wow,
yeah,
that's pretty nice.
Well, one thing with that one that someone pointed out to me is that you can combo with the suck box to force them to cross the barrier.
That's just mean. I like it.
As Cat Bert put it, I like the cut of your evil. Ah, well.
All right, I am up for one last something or another for the evening.
I'll let someone else pick the next one.
Alpha, you want to pick the next one?
Oh, sure. Let's see here. What's something that hasn't come up for me in a while?
I don't know. Hey, Pi, reach out to me when you are feeling up to whatever, just so we can touch base. Nothing bad or anything. Just want to see how you're doing and all that. I'm going to be home all weekend in Indy all weekend.
How about Mycelial Realm?
I was just going to mention that's one we do not do a lot. Federation, KDF, or mixed team?
No preference.
Let's see. Can I do Mycelial Realm on this one? I should be able to do it on this one, I think. I think I'll get rid of that one.
You know what? I think I'll swap characters.
Okay.
I just did 2 on this character. Might as well use different character.
Yeah, actually, I think I'll grab somebody else too, just for fun.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I just thought of something.
What?
This is my guy who uses Mr. Freeze themed gear loadout. That should be fun to use on fungus people.
I think I'll grab my Vulcan. She doesn't get out much these days. Okay. Night-night, Wolfie. Take care. Get some sleep. Have fun. You gonna be up to getting back to work on Thursday, Pi? It's only 2 days away. Let's see. What are we doing again?
Mycelial Realm.
Okay.
Is there an advanced version of that yet?
Don't think so. I don't think that's changed.
That sounds boring. Oh wow. That might be why people don't do it all that often.
Yeah, it does need to get some extra love. And let's see. I shall appreciate this though by go down presidential hand axe. You know, brain bots, that ambush. Yeah, Echo Papa's okay. Okay. All right. Give me an X. I see people are already Xing up for this one. All right. Who else would like to join? Can we just call whichever you like, Pi? I'm good on Skype. I'm good on Facebook. I'll be around. I'm gonna hopefully enjoy some of the nice weather, but just go out and do some bike rides, and then we can catch up.
Yeah, one thing that's useful to remember when playing a science officer who has medical nanites is that you could press F1, F2, F3, F4, and F5 to choose teammates to target.
I'm going to make this private, so I'm going to kick everybody so I don't screw up everything again.
Oh, right, that, yeah, if we're cross-teaming, we need to do that.
Yep. So let's try that one again.
I mean, it's one of those things that it's like, well, I don't need to do that. But when you're, really, really wanting to get it done right now, it helps.
We can just call on Skype. That should be easy enough. Got room for one more poor soul who'd like to join us. Go to bed, get some sleep, take care of yourself.
This is one of those missions where, it's easy to imagine where having a team wipe in the mission, your team gets taken off to those fungus and infusation chambers.
That would be interesting. One more person for Mycelial Realm, and let's talk tomorrow then. Take care of yourself.
I mean, because I'm sure you can guess what the expected survival rate of those things is. I mean, the survival rate is entirely a function of how long you're in the chamber before someone rescues you.
Yeah. Room for one more. One more person.
Yay, I passed my midterm for the day.
I mean, because when you go to that one Romulan mission, the interior of the Elachi starbase, oh boy, a lot of those people are easily identifiable as dead Romulans. Some of them are still living Romulans. Some of them are not identifiable as Romulans.
Ooh, Canadian Hell's with us.
Did you invite Tedden at
I did,
Helga?
yes. They're known as Canadian Hell.
Ah, okay.
All right. We have got a team here. And we still don't have an advanced version, so here we go.
Oh, these funguses are going to get deep frozen.
I did opt for the anti-time entanglement instead of the exothermic or endothermic. Exothermic? Endothermic.
Endothermic's the winter event one.
Okay, right.
Oh, that reminds me. Is it still impossible to build exothermic induction modules? Last I checked, it was impossible to build those. And
Why?
As far as I know, it's a bug.
Oh, okay.
Every now and then, the R&D system, something will just come up missing.
All right, here's the problem.
For no obvious reason.
One more thing.
Yeah, Ray, I've been putting in crazy hours and ridiculous amounts of stress in my life, so I do the patrol because once I put my head down, I'm not getting back out of bed.
Yeah, exothermic induction field is still impossible to...
Okay.
It actually means that they go for a relatively high value on the exchange because of enhanced rarity. People have to get them from either mission rewards or random loot drops.
Wow.
You know, there might be a kit module vendor that sells you the white garbage ones.
Yeah.
But you know, if you can get a white garbage one at Mark 1 and upgrade it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Someone that's going to attempt to assimilate Alachi. That sounds like an interesting plan.
Come on, Targy boys.
Did Shoto get okay, I guess he got a tardigrade.
Everyone's got a puppy, right?
Oh, I have one. I think the mission objective for acquiring puppies has already been fulfilled, so that would mean we don't need any more? I don't know.
Aw, it's nice when everybody has their own puppy. Then nobody feels sad and the puppies are well loved.
Mm-hmm. Well, also is that for the final part of this, you actually kind of need 5 puppies.
Yeah.
To get it done in a reasonable amount of time. Man, these guys are dying fast, and I'm not even using kit modules.
Got my plasma wide beam, which is not as much fun as the hand axe, but you know, can't have it all.
I'm currently using a Mark 15 version of the Breen Cryo Pistol. Oh, so apparently yes, you can assimilate Alachi.
Wow. Wow.
That's all the probes on this island. Time to move to the next one.
This map has some interesting locations you can jump to.
Yep. Ooh. Suckbox Supreme.
There's one part where there's a waterfall going down into a puddle.
Yep.
You actually climb the rock wall next to the waterfall.
So I'm standing here enjoying the scenery rather than shooting things.
You're listening to the sounds of carnage. Okay, okay, Lotzi, you pissed me off by shooting me in the back while I'm trying to disable the probe. Now I'm going to have to, you know...
He's working here! Get off his back!
They are not deep pros, no Lotzi.
Shoo fly, don't bother me.
Exactly.
That's all the probes on this island. Time to move to the next one.
Whoop!
I love how the lighting changes each time you go to a new area.
And it's subtle. I mean, it's not blatant and obvious. Well, I suppose that's one way to do that.
Oh, yeah, Alachi are one of those races that actually does a whole lot of fabrications. It's a very interesting kinds of fabrications of that.
Tardigrade did their part. Now it's your turn. Disable the probe.
I got this one.
That's all the probes on this island. Time to move to the next one.
Oops, wrong way.
Seriously, how many more Alachis are going to show up to be to put on ice?
All of them.
And I just realized I haven't actually used 2 of my kit modules at any point during.
I haven't
this,
needed them yet.
Well, I mean, it being a normal difficulty mission, most of these enemies are literally just getting shot and dying from being shot 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, we have toys ready for advanced and elite.
I have to say though, standing inside one of those holes the Alachi predators make, that creates a very interesting visual in this map. Because it just like makes the backdrop go black. The sky becomes invisible, and all the ground around you just looks mean. Seriously, one of them froze me. Okay, briefing. Get teleported. Because it freezes you in place and doesn't allow you to walk back. And I was in the middle of fighting an Alachi predator when the button popped up.
Freeze, heat wave.
Oh, that's right, we've got the weird unlocking thing.
So stand here, shoot Alachi and back, wash, rinse, repeat. Oh yeah, this guy's actually using a Badwar shield drone. This is the character where if I feel like doing a drone build on a science character, this is the character I do it on.
One console down, one to go. That takes care of the consoles.
Easy peasy.
Nicely done.
Yeah, if this had a higher difficulty level, this would be more interesting.
I think they will one day.
I don't know. I mean, how many years has it been since I... Well, I mean, eventually,
3 or 4.
2 or 3? 2 or 3?
No, because they released it at the last Vegas convention when they were there. So that'd be 3 years at least. because they weren't there last year. Actually, that's not true. They weren't there last year. There's none the year before, so it'd be 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be the 2019. And it came out shortly after that. All right.
The Dialachi content is... Well, this is actually like the start of the Discovery stuff.
Right, exactly. Right. They had announced that at the convention. So that'd be summer of 2019. It came out almost immediately after that. Well, I'm going to leave it there for the night, guys. We will, tomorrow night, work just on random TFOs. So grab your recruits who need to do random TFOs, and we will go to it then. Okay. So we'll do some on Federation, some on KDF, because I know with the Jem'Hadar you can go either way. And for me, I've got an old KDF toon who hasn't finished all the randoms. So maybe we'll do that consistently.
Well, also, the KDF recruitment event for some of this, that's something that's newer than the Jem'Hadar stuff.
Yeah, if you want to finish off older tunes and you want to do newer tunes, doesn't matter to me what you bring in. We'll just do randoms. And I think DT will probably be with us tomorrow night as well.
As I mentioned last week sometime, the entire reason why I wanted to do that shuttle assault mission was because of the fact that my Romulan recruit from back whenever the Legacy or the Delta Quadrant expansion was new, still hadn't finished that mission.
Yeah, well, that's a good reason to go do it. All right, so we got DJParticle, DZ Maven, Chef Smitty, Captain Pantsu Goblin, and Shannon Hawkmoon, Gaming Now Live, us, Decoy the Hero, J Fox, Tidbitter, and Agent Cody Fib. Who do we want to go raid?
Decoy the Hero is the only one on my list that is actually playing Star Trek Online.
I just Googled Star Trek Online, or sorry, I put up in raid Star Trek Online. It brings up everybody who's currently playing it. But do you want to do Decoy the Hero? We haven't been over to visit for quite a while.
Let's do Decoy.
You got it.
Decoy only has like 2 people watching them right
now. Yep, let's go get them. All right, we're going to go raid Decoy the Hero, folks. Have a great day. If you haven't given Decoy some love, please do so. And I'm going to go send a message off to the nice folks at Cryptic and see how everything's going there. Everyone have a great evening. Take care, and we'll talk to you later. Let's raid those guys.